Hey y'all, so I'm back in New York and y'all know the deal. I'm trying to play catch up. This is my review for the Real Housewives of New Jersey, episode 8. So let's get into it. So we open the episode with Marge and Jennifer having a sit down one-on-one to finally end the beef between them. Now I thought this happened already, but I think the problem is that Teresa keeps bringing it up just to spite Margaret and deflect from her own situation. And also a little thing that I noticed, because production on here is messy, the camera just zoomed in while Jennifer was on the phone with her husband and it read Bill or two others. Not sure what that meant, but if anybody in the comments want to enlighten me, let me know. So the two of them both meet in a coffee shop, and already Jennifer is like, "You hurt me. You hurt me." The thing is, I can't be all the way sorry for Jennifer because they were each trying to cut each other down to the white meat. And then Margaret she really just got her. She got her with a bazooka. She was like, "Oh, this happened? Oh, I'm definitely going to use it." So you can't cry if like what if Margaret was really sensitive about, her mom's affair? Because Jennifer, you did bring up her mom. So the thing is, they're equally kind of like at fault for this. Margaret, I think, feels like she still hasn't done anything wrong, which she technically hasn't. She was just playing fire with fire. It was just, her blow was a direct hit. Now, do I think Margaret feels bad about it? In this moment, she does. So I think all it takes is just for them to both acknowledge that they both went in the gutter with each other. I mean, that's why I love their fights so much, because these women really be going below the belt. Side note, Margaret's work, impeccable. Margaret affirms to Jennifer that if she would have known that this affair was a secret and that nobody knew, then she would have never said it. Do we believe that, audience? Do we? I don't know. I think when, a chick trying to cut you down, you're going to use any and everything to cut them back. I mean, we saw Jennifer, looking for mess. We saw Teresa looking for mess last season. So it looks like the two ladies are over the beef that they have with each other. And now Jennifer is venting to Margaret about her relationship now with her husband. It looks as if Jennifer's problem is she finally has to deal with this secret that she buried for like 10 years. She's also nervous about her and Bill going to therapy and it not working, or her realizing that she needs to have a divorce. I wonder if these ladies that actually audition for Housewives, they think about the damage that this show can do to their marriages. Because it feels like when you get on this show, your marriage has about a 50% chance of making it. Jennifer is still mad at her husband for not sticking up for her when they were all at the shore and Melissa charged at her. She is still mad about that. And she says this bothers her even more than the infidelity. I guess. It's so weird seeing them at the table being friendly to each other. They've just been at it for so long. Like, they even go back to 2018 when they were fighting. It looks like Margaret's just pitying Jennifer, and that's why she's being so nice to her. And then Jennifer, she finally owns up to what she did and said that, I do acknowledge my part in this feud between us. I just don't want to fight anymore. On Housewives? Okay, girl. Oh, Lord. And again, we get to that Jackie rumor. I'm starting to think, was it true after all? I really do think it was, because the way Jackie was reacting to that, she was on a ledge last season. But anyway, her situation is brought up because I think Jennifer was the one that was blamed for that because she was digging. And Jennifer actually throws Teresa under the bus and say, "How do you know Teresa wasn't digging?" And that's literally when you can see a light bulb go off in Margaret's head. Ooh, Jennifer is wrong for that. Now, she know messy Margaret gonna go run tell that to Jackie. Even though Teresa was thrown under the bus, I'm still wondering why nobody got smoked for Frank, because he's the one that also perpetuated the rumor about Evan's infidelity. And now, since we're on the topic of Teresa, now we're talking about Louis again. Margaret's like, "I'm not saying they may be allegations. I'm saying there are allegations about him." Again, if Teresa wants to ruin her life, let her. All it does is get in the way of your friendship with the other person. I've been there before. I tried to tell my friend how low down their partner was and how he was being used and manipulated, but he didn't see it. He had to wait maybe a year to see it. You know what? I wanted to say I told you so, but I'm not that petty, contrary to popular belief. But yeah, I learned for that situation, like, it's none of my business. All I can do is give you my opinion when you ask for it. So their conversation ends, they're leaving the restaurant, and we see them hugging. Like, this is it, y'all. I don't want to see y'all talk about this anymore. Like, it's solved, it's been put to bed. The dead horse has finally stopped being beat. Next scene, we're with Dolores and Frank, and she's just going out shopping to get her mom some loungewear while she's at the hospital. Quick side note, let's just give it up for Dolores' body work. That is some good work, girl. Like, money well spent, just like Margaret. Margaret got that face snatch, and then Dolores got that body done. It's done. It's done. Dolores is just giving us an update on how her mom's doing. They had the surgery. She's doing fine. She just needs to change her lifestyle. Ooh, child, I know what it's like. I'm trying to get my mom now to change her lifestyle. Like, drink some water, like, go on some walks, eat more vegetables. Child, me telling somebody to eat more vegetables. I know. Anyway, she's saying that David has been taking really good care of her mom, even though David not fucking with her right now. Everybody in Dolores' family is talking to David except for Dolores. When we gonna see Dolores' new man? That's what I want to see. I'm tired of talking about David. Let David stay in the ground from which he came. Wait a minute. Not Frank Catania telling Dolores that he doesn't want her sleeping around. Sir. Come on now. Why don't y'all together? Refresh my memory. Frank giving advice to Dolores is rich. Super rich. They really have the weirdest relationship. But if it works for them, hey. And then I'm sure their kids are happy that their parents are getting along. Next scene, we're with Marge and her minion, and she's saying that Tracy contacted all the ladies to do like a little group activity. It's called some type of treehouse adventures or something. It's like a team building activity for them to get along. We know everything but that is gonna happen. Oh, it's called Treescape Adventure. Okay, same difference. So after we get a little montage of the ladies getting Tracy's invite, we're now with Jackie talking to her husband. So we get a little update from Jackie from when she went to the recovery center for eating disorders. They got back to her and they said, okay, well, the first option of treatment they recommended was for her to stay at the facility, I think for a few days. And she was like, oh, I can't do that. The second option was for her to go just 3 days a week and stay for 3 hours for those 3 nights. She's like, oh no, I can't do that either. I'm like, at this point, then you just don't want to recover again. I mean, it's not going to be easy. It's not something where you can just go for an hour a week. Like, you're changing your entire lifestyle now, like of eating. Jackie, really? You complain about 9 extra hours a week? 9 hours out of a week. So the third option they offer for her is therapy, and it's something that she can do on her own time, and of course she goes for that. Her husband is like, well, go for that, and then hopefully maybe those other 2 options aren't totally off the table. Wow, a Jackie scene that I was actually not bored by. Kudos, production. So next scene we're with Joe and Melissa. Lord, I feel sorry for their sons being raised by a chauvinist like Joe Gorga. Like, his sons are going to have to unlearn all that toxic masculinity when they leave the house. Or maybe they're just going to carry it on to their children. So Melissa is trying to use her daughter as a plot line now, saying that she tore her ACL and she doesn't want to cheer anymore. I think if your daughter doesn't want to cheer anymore, I mean, just respect that. I mean, it's just cheerleading. I mean, if she doesn't want to do it, what, you gonna force her? So then Melissa's telling her husband about the tree activity they're all about to do, and this is the first time where they're all been together, including Jennifer. Melissa isn't so thrilled about Jennifer going, but she is aware that she's still like distraught and devastated. Everybody knows her secret. And then all Joe Gorga calls it is karma. Now, speaking of Jennifer, next scene we're with her and her husband talking. I'm sure we're about to see Jennifer nag her husband about not having her back. So then Jennifer is telling him how her meeting with Margaret went, how she's remorseful now, and they're in a good place for now. For now. And then, of course, she brings up keeping the secret, and then she tells him, I feel like we haven't dealt with it, you know, like we just moved on. And she wants to make sure with him that they're good. Bill is a man of few words. So Jennifer is telling him, like, well, also, I just feel like you haven't stuck up for me. And I'm like, well, he did stick up for you at boys' night, so give him some credit, and she does. It looks like Bill wants to tell his wife, what else do you want, woman? I've given you a great lifestyle. I'll let you be on this TV show. We have 5 kids together. What else the fuck do you want? But otherwise, he doesn't say that. He's just, nodding. Damn, she just told him he's passive. And then next time when you're around him, like, have my back, tell him you love your wife and do this and do that. After that, Bill actually tells her that he doesn't want to be around him anymore. And I already thought that Bill didn't really mesh with the rest of the men because I think he's a better man than them. Like, they're all chauvinist pricks. He definitely doesn't fit in with them. So him saying he doesn't want to be around them anymore, I mean, he never cared. If I was Bill, I wouldn't want to be around him either. Jennifer says in her confessional that she put up so much with Bill, and the fact that he just can't compromise to just be around the group again, it's not fair to her. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. On one hand, I think Bill should just compromise for Jennifer. I mean, they both signed up to be on the show, and I mean, you can at least have your wife's back by being there with her while, the other women are with their men. On the other hand, I'm like, Bill has every right, and he's warranted to not want to be around those assholes anymore. I sure as hell wouldn't want to be. And it's the show about the wives anyway. The husbands ain't gotta all hang out together. Next scene, we're with Marge going over by Jackie's house, and Jackie's just updating her on her treatment that she's doing. And then next, we're with Dolores at her house, and Teresa and Jennifer are coming over. Dolores is giving them an update on her mom, and it turns out that when her mom leaves the hospital, her ex David offered for her mom to stay with him. Wow. And they're not even speaking. Like, I don't think that's a good idea, even though David is a doctor. That's just so interesting to me. And then Dolores tells the ladies that when they were at the hospital, like, David looked her right in the face and just kept talking to her family. Like, nah, you're gonna acknowledge me. This is my family. I don't know. It's pretty weird. Dolores says the whole thing just gives her anxiety. She wants to take something for it, but she said she'd rather not, just so she can grow from it. And that's when Jennifer uses her situation with the infidelity as an example. And now she's talking to the ladies about her meeting with Margaret. And then cut to Margaret and Jackie talking, and Margaret is telling her about her meetup with Jennifer. Wow, Margaret actually has Jennifer's back in this, and she's telling Jackie that, she just says she wants help, she needs friends during this time. Jackie is like kind of calling out the bullshit. Now she's mad at Jennifer for digging. Now. Not last season. I thought we were past this. Oh my God, why are we talking about Jackie's husband's rumor? Ooh, and now here we go. I knew Margaret was going to take that little nugget she got from Jennifer and go straight to Jackie with it. So then Margaret tells Jackie what Jennifer said about how it's not Teresa digging. And of course, Jackie is pissed off. Now we're back with Jennifer talking to Teresa and Dolores. And I love how she just left out how she threw Teresa under the bus for digging. But instead she brings up Tracy talking to her man Tiki about Teresa's man. And Teresa's like, oh yeah, I heard she was asking questions to Tiki. Now, I would be in the wrong if I asked her questions about when she was the nanny and he had a pregnant wife. I was like, ooh, damn. I mean, she has a point. Like, Tracy is getting in everybody else's business, but let's talk about your business. Weren't you the nanny? Weren't you the mistress? Didn't he leave his pregnant wife for you? That's what I want to know. Tell me the mess on that. And even if Teresa is in the wrong, it's just, Tracy's just not, she does not fit on this show. She's trying too hard. I hate when the new wife comes on and she tries too hard. Ooh, Teresa is pissed that she found out from Jennifer that Margaret was still talking about her and Louis' relationship. Like, she said she doesn't even want to go to this true activity shit. So at this point, we all know there's going to be some mess at this activity they're gathering for. So next scene, we're at Tracy's Treescape event. The first two to arrive are Melissa and Margaret. And it looks like they're going to be doing this activity blindfolded in the air. And it looks like somebody that they don't like is going to be guiding them. Anywho, this brings up some gossip from Margaret. She's telling them how her meeting with Jennifer went. Again, she's telling them how broken she is, how sorry she felt for her, etc. You even have Melissa saying she feels bad and she don't even like her. Of course, the anti-Teresa team gets there first. Right now, it's Margaret, Melissa, Jackie, and Tracy. Now, why Margaret told those women that Jennifer's marriage is hanging on by a thread. So Dolores arrives and, they're still gossiping. And then Margaret is talking about how Teresa actually got Jennifer to do the dirty work to go digging on Jackie's husband. She said, okay, well, even if that was the case, do we all do what people tell us to do? No, so she didn't have to do that. And she has a point. So now Dolores shares her own bit of gossip and saying, you better watch out because Teresa's coming in hot. Margaret's like, she don't give a shit. So Dolores lets them know that Teresa knows that Margaret's been still asking questions about Louis. Dolores says, Tracy, she coming in hot for you too. She heard you was asking questions. Damn. Like, no one has climbed a damn tree yet. Not even all the ladies are there and drama is happening. I mean, at least Dolores was kind enough to give them both a heads up. So Jennifer finally arrives, she greets the group, and then Melissa says she wants to just talk to her one-on-one right quick. Wow, so Melissa starts off the conversation with, listen, I feel horrible for what you're going through. No one deserves to be going through this. Again, here we go with somebody saying that they don't want to fight anymore. They were just responding to what you said about my family. Okay. Jennifer, I think she just wants to keep the peace just for one day. She wants to save it all for the reunion, maybe, light the asses up again. But in this moment, she doesn't want to fight anymore either. I mean, everybody is Tina Turner today in this episode. I don't care who's wrong or right. I don't really want to fight no more. That's for the old heads. So in this moment, it looks like everybody is good. So Teresa finally arrives, bags in hand, already complaining about the wilderness. She got everybody clothes from her workout line. I'm pretty sure she did this just to market for herself. She even says that, oh, what are we going to be doing? We're going to be up high, right? Maybe I'll be up there with somebody I don't like and I can push them off. Dolores warned y'all she was coming in hot. Damn, then Teresa was like, I'm just not in a good mood right now, just letting all of y'all know. The look on Dolores' face, she's like, I told y'all bitches. Teresa does not want to be there. Like, she's only been there for maybe less than 2 minutes. The tension is so fucking thick right now. Like, Margaret's just making a joke because they complain about the bugs. She says your lip gloss is probably attracting the bugs. Teresa's like, oh, you're talking about my lip gloss? Oh my God, Teresa. You have the instructor talking. She's like, I really don't want to do this. Why did you come? All right, because producers made you. Teresa is on one. I'm not sure what happened before she got to this scene. She just keeps complaining. And then Tracy, she said she organized the pairings. And I think it's going to be Dolores and Jackie, Margaret and Jennifer, Melissa. Who is Melissa with? I can't remember, but Tracy said she's going to be with Teresa. And Teresa's like, oh yeah, good, I'm going to push you off. Ooh, I love how Margaret ain't never scared. Teresa's still like bitching and saying like, I'm pissed off with 2 people here because they keep talking behind my back. Margaret's like, oh no, we say it to your face. You just have a little temper tantrum. Margaret is so unbothered and I love it. Like all the ladies are just stunned at how crazy she's acting right now. She really don't give no fucks right now. So they finally start the activity and Dolores starts, she's blindfolded. Teresa is still going. She's like, this is so stupid. Like, damn. She's being really negative right now. Teresa's being a real bitch. Like, she really shouldn't have came. All the ladies finally put their issues to the side, but then Teresa just coming in, just wreaking havoc. So currently Jackie is guiding Dolores as she completes the obstacle course. I'm sorry, I kind of feel bad for Tracy in this moment because Teresa's been shitting on her ever since she arrived. My patience would have been right here. I would have been, you know what, bitch? Leave. That's what you can do. If this is so stupid, leave. So now we're with Margaret, Tracy, and Jennifer talking, and then they're talking about the whole digging scandal, and Margaret's wondering why didn't Jennifer's good friend Teresa come to her defense when all the ladies was attacking her about digging when Teresa was the one encouraging her to dig. I mean, when was it? Was it Danielle's season when she was still on? Didn't Teresa encourage Danielle to pull Margaret's hair? So Teresa be doing a lot of manipulating shit behind the scenes. The thing is, she's not good at it at all. She's not good at manipulating people, and she's also not good of getting away with it. So we cut to Jennifer's confessional, and she says, well, maybe Teresa doesn't go to bat for me as much as I stick up for her, but I mean, I really enjoy her company, and we have a lot in common. We still have those old school values that we connect on, and yeah, that's good enough for me. Teresa wants a minion. That's what she wants. She doesn't want a friend. So it's Tracy's turn to do the obstacle course, and she tells Teresa, you gotta guide me. Teresa's like, I don't want to fucking guide her, and then Melissa just volunteers to do it. Teresa is literally just there to cause chaos. That was her only mission of the day, to just fuck up this girl's event. The thing is, like, why haven't any other ladies checked her? Like, they're just like, oh, okay, Teresa's mad. We're just gonna go along with it. Like, no, check her. Like, she's being rude to everybody right now, even the people that she's not beefing with. So then Teresa goes over to Jackie and Dolores talking. She's like, what are y'all talking about? Oh, just Jennifer and Margaret, they're getting along. And then Teresa brings up how she's still pissed at Margaret because this is all her fault. If she didn't expose a secret, none of this would have never happened. But okay, Teresa, they made up. So what's the problem? The problem is people are talking about Louis now instead of being focused on Jennifer and Margaret's fight. That's what you're worried about. You're deflecting. And everybody can see it, and Margaret even called you out on it. I do agree with Jackie that it is hypocritical that Teresa is bringing up Margaret telling a secret when she spread a rumor at Jackie's husband's birthday party and told everybody but Jackie. And I think she still has not copped to being wrong about that. Margaret has had enough of Teresa's bullshit. She's like, we can all hear you. Can you please be quiet so Jennifer can go? Yes, Margaret, thank you. I'm sorry, I'm on Margaret's side in this because Teresa's been a bitch ever since she stepped foot in the woods. Uh-oh, so we got Teresa versus Margaret now. Are y'all serious, production? Now the credits are rolling? Now they're exchanging insults. Teresa tells Margaret she looks like shit. Margaret's like, you look like shit. And then I'm guessing Teresa is surprised, so she tries to go up to Margaret to try to intimidate her. Boo, Margaret ain't afraid of you. She not like these other chicks. So all the ladies are like, oh shit, here we go. So then Teresa goes up to Margaret and it fades to black and we get a to be continued. Fuck you, production. Fuck you. I hate them when they do that. Anyway, y'all, let me know whose side y'all on. I really think Teresa came into this thing so negatively. Like, really? She didn't have to do that at all. But anywho, I did enjoy this episode, especially the last part. Like, Teresa just came in as an agent of chaos. She didn't care. I'm looking forward to next week's episode. Hopefully it doesn't end on a cliffhanger again. With that, make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see y'all for the next episode. Bye.